Welcome back to Caller X Malice. Let's continue, shall we? Near my house, I saw a silhouette. Oh, hi, Kizuki. He's back early today. I felt a relief as I went to talk to him.
それじゃあ、明日スタジオで。楽しみにしてる。
Hello, new guy. I noticed that Kazuki was talking with someone. He dresses loudly. Is that Kazumi's friend? I do like the outfit, though. But I recognize him from somewhere. While I was thinking about that, both of them head off. What should I do? I missed my chance. Kazuki stays out often recently, and he also goes out late at night, too. If he's hanging out with the wrong people... We could follow the other guy and find out who he is. It feels like the timing is right. I should try and ask him. He'd tell me not to get involved or that it didn't concern him. I didn't mean to put that on. I sighed and predicted the outcome as I followed Kazuki. Did I pick the right one? I met the other guy. Yeah, I did pick the right one. I started to get worried that it was already running before I could think. I don't think it's good to follow him, but I was. Curious about Kazuki's friend, and my curiosity got the better of me. A concert club? The man went inside. Excuse me? I nervously called to stop him. I'm sorry for being so forward, but may I have a word with you?
悪いけど、急いでるから。
Wait, How should I explain it?
君、ずっと俺の後をつけてたよね。
That's...
そういうの迷惑だからやめてって、いつも言ってるはずだよ。
Huh?
出待ちも、過度な付きまといも厳禁。俺だけじゃ、君、見たことないけど、新しい子。ファンになってくれるのは嬉しい。でも、マナーは守って。
No,
ちゃんとしてる他の子にも迷惑だから。じゃあ。
Oh. He shut the door on me, and now I don't know what I should do. Did he mistake me for a groupie or for his band or something? When I looked back at my own actions, I felt ashamed because of how pathetic my actions seemed.
ほんと、迷惑にも程があるよね。しかも新規とか、超最悪。
Huh? I suddenly hear a voice nearby. When I turn around, I see a young girl in a bunny outfit? The fuck?
花ね、あんたみたいなのが一番大っ嫌い。最低最悪の害虫ゴミ以下。
She smiles while moving her face close to mine.
だから。
I felt a strange pressure and stepped backwards.
今すぐ死んで。
What? Before I could say anything, my vision slowly turned red. It felt like she hit me with a blunt weapon. That was the last thing I ever felt.
ほんともう困っちゃう。あんたみたいなクズがいるからヒロくんが悲しむんだよ。ヒロくんを応援する同志ならやっちゃいけないことくらい分かってよね。ってヒロくんを悲しませるなんて ファン失格だよね。
We got the crazy bitch.
だから、この世界から消えるのが正解。今日もいいことしちゃった。
Oh, Lord. Oh, we got an ending. That's interesting. So your decisions do matter. It felt like the timing is right. I should try and ask him. He'd tell me not to get involved or that it didn't concern me and try to change the subject. I sighed at the predictable outcome while I followed Kazuki inside.
ゼロ。今日執行者が起こしたという事件、私は何も聞いていないのですが、12月のカウントダウンは一つだったはずです。それなのになぜ増やす？どういう意味ですか？あなたの命令なら執行者は動きます。それだけは私もコントロールできません。彼女？ああ、首輪の実験体ですね。彼女が7月を気にしていたんですか？やけに彼女のことを気にするんですね。いえ、何でもありません。ゼロ。長年の悲願が果たされる日は目前です。雑事に惑わされず、ことを進めてください。たとえ私たちが選ぶ道をたがえても、昔誓ったあの約束だけは。
The next day, I was listening to the news on TV while making breakfast for Kazuki.
7月に起きた X デー事件の一つと言われるストーカー男性傷害致死事件の裁判は依然として難航しており、
Was it justified self-defense or not? That point was still undetermined. No progress, huh? I turned off the gas stove and transferred the omelet to a plate. Kazuki, breakfast is ready. You should eat it before it gets cold. I wait for a while, but no answer came. With a sigh, I returned to the living room to get ready to go to work. When I get to the station, the first thing I should do is read more about the July incident in the database. I want to speak to detectives who were on the case at the time, but they might get suspicious if I approach them without a legitimate reason. Still, it's the best to ask someone who was there. I walked thinking about my next steps. Ah! I wasn't paying attention as I walked and bumped into someone.
いってえな。気をつけろ。
I'm sorry.
あれあれ、結構かわいいじゃん。よかったら俺たちと遊びに行かない？
I'll pass. I'm on my way to work.
そんなのサボっちゃえばよくない？
I just walked into a load of trouble. It might be quicker to show I'm a police officer, but if they had some animosity towards the police, it would invite even further trouble. I'm in a hurry. When I just tried to push past the two incessant men, one of them grabbed my arm.
ぶつかっておいてさ、その態度はないんじゃないの？
He raised his voice then.
いって！
The man let go of my arm with a genuine yelp of pain, unlike earlier. Huh?
女の子への暴力って好きじゃないな。
Okazaki? Okazaki had suddenly appeared from behind, twisting the man's arm. He casually sent the man flying away with one hand.
こいつ
Okazaki dodged the punch from the side with ease and sent the second man hurtling into the wall with a kick.
てめえ
He effortlessly threw the third man who rushed at him from behind. His movements were so fluid, I thought I was watching a dance performance.
ダメだよ。女の子を困らせたら。
Okazaki gently scolded them without showing any sign of needing to catch his breath. The men scrambled away, each trying to outpace the other.
大丈夫だった？
Okazaki turned to me with a look of genuine concern. Thank you very much. You saved me.
君に怪我がなくてよかった。
But what are you doing here? It seems I'd mischaracterized him. Rather than appearing and disappearing like a ghost, it was more like he was always around. Don't tell me he's like this with everyone.
これから仕事？
Yes?
実は俺も新宿署に用があったんだ。
Huh? What a coincidence. It seemed that I had been overly self-conscious.
ねえ、どうせだったら一緒に行こう。
Saying that, he turned to me and offered me his hand for some reason. Why the hand? I just stared at it for a moment, then Yanagi just grabbed my hand.
君は危なっかしいからね。手をつないで歩こう。
No thank you. It's not any safer this way. In response to me saying that, he simply grabbed my hand even more tightly and began tugging me as we walked.
君の手、少し冷たいね。
Aww. It's so lewd. How could you put that in a video game? Okazaki? He was acting like this was nothing, but he was unwilling to let go of my hand.
もう12月だもんな。俺は寒いの平気なんだけど、吉成くんは辛いって言ってた。
I was sure that I was signaling my displeasure, but Okazaki ignored it and kept talking. He really was stubborn. Oh, look at how nice that art is. Isn't it a little hard to be a bodyguard while you're holding hands?
これは警護のためじゃないよ。ただ俺がつなぎたいだけ。
The answer's behind the building. Let's go. I see. When he said it that assertively, I found myself stupidly unwilling to resist for some reason. This will be embarrassing if someone sees this.
あんまりぼんやり歩いてたらダメだよ。人にぶつかったら危ないし、さっきみたいな人にまた絡まれちゃう。
Huh? If he had seen me walking while I was spaced out? So he was tailing me after all? Am I under surveillance? Okazaki smiled in a comforting way. Maybe my doubts had shown on my face.
別に後をつけたりしてないよ。たまたま見つけただけだから安心して。
I'm sorry.
いいよ。でも本当は許されるんだったら四六時中後をつけて守ってあげたいぐらい。
What?
君ってしっかりして見えるけど意外と隙があるから心配なんだ。
I appreciate the thought, but I must decline your offer. Knowing Okazaki, if I accept, he'd seriously follow me around 24 hours a day.
じゃあ今のところはやめておくね。でもさっきみたいなことがまたあったら本気で警護を考えちゃうかも。
Okay, I'll be careful. I'll try not to show you any openings next time.
それはそれで少し残念だな。
Okazaki smiled gently as always. I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. Somehow I seemed to allow him to do whatever he wants and let him dictate everything. We'd only met a few times ago, but it felt like every time we met, he was leading me around. He always approached me without hesitation. I'd fail to refuse, and then this would happen.
岡崎には気をつけろ。隙を見せない方がいい。
I recall what Yanagi said. I know that I have to be cautious, but his palm was warm. So were some of his smiles and words. I don't think they were coming from ill will.
どうかした？
While I was mulling it over, I startled as he examined my face. I was startled as he examined my face. I was so startled that I suddenly gripped his hand tighter. When I did, he returned the grip, smiling all the while. Suddenly, I just felt even worse. Your hand.
手？
Do you do this with other people? Do you do this with other people? I wonder if he used to do this. I wonder if he's used to this. Do you do this with other people? I regretted saying that. That was rude of me. But Okazaki didn't seem offended, and he just smiled calmly.
しないよ。こんなこと誰にでもしたら怒られちゃう。
So he only doesn't care about getting me mad? For some reason, I found myself unable to say that out loud.
こういうことするのは仲良くなりたい人だけだから。
He is very good at manipulation. Huh? For a second, my heart skipped a beat, but then I remembered something. He also said that he wanted to be closer with Yanagi and the others. So this wasn't something special that he was doing for me. Once I realized that, I was shocked. I also felt some unkind feelings bubbling up. So you do this with Yanagi and the other people at the office?
え？
I just meant to tease him, but Okazaki seemed to think about it seriously.
あの中で手をつないでないと危なそうで心配なのはタケルくんぐらいかな。
Oh, really? I didn't think he'd be the type that needed that.
タケルくんは頭脳派でしょ？いざという時は一番弱いと思うよ。
That might indeed be true, but he'd probably be mad if I ever asked.
でも勝手に手を引っ張ったらすごく怒られそうだからやらないかな。
Yeah, a wise decision. I agreed when I imagined Suzuka's face. While I walked with Okazaki, I occasionally glanced at our hands. My embarrassment slowly eroded as I normalized this behavior, and it was replaced with relief. So he really was just worried about me. Obviously, I had been a little scared when those men surrounded me. As a cop, it felt kind of lame, but I wasn't sure I could skillfully exit the situation. Now, though, I felt calm. It's thanks to Okazaki. Maybe he had noticed how I was feeling and reached out to help me, while acting like it was for his own satisfaction. Maybe I've wronged him. Regardless of Okazaki's true intentions, it was true that he had protected me. Still, it wouldn't be a stretch to say that I was betraying the police. Was I still someone worth protecting? Maybe I've taken advantage of his kindness? Perhaps I had used his stubbornness as an excuse and ultimately failed to reject his advances because deep down a part of me wanted to trust him. When I was with him, I could relax a little and not think about my collar, the X-Day crimes, and my precarious situation. I'm really not cautious enough, am I? So that's where we're gonna leave it. So we'll find out what goes on with the rest of this next time. Thank you guys for joining me for today's episode. Bye, everybody.